Have you ever been in a situation where you thought the world was collapsing around you? I have experienced it in 1990, and it taught me to appreciate life and have faith in God no matter the situation. Hi everyone, my name is Kadi. I'm a salesperson in a local company. The story I am going to tell you then on Friday, December 11, 2020. I went at work as usual. It was a month of a big promotion and we had to go out to sell our terminals and find business providers. We had, I, I managed a few, I managed to find a few and went out with our driver to deliver the equipment. They, he started the delivery of the plateau, them Ajami. Once we completed, I had to go to Abobo alone. The driver dropped me in Ajame under the bridge where I took a baka. At Coco service, the baka driver lost control of his vehicle and hit another vehicle. The impact was so violent that we all find ourselves the vehicle, in front of the vehicle. There were several injured, including me. I had a fracture on my left hip. We were all supposed to be taken to the Felix Ufek-Boigny hospital, but as it was a work accident, my bosses asked that they send me to the Plateau Polyclinic. Because of the distance, they dropped me at the nearest clinic for first aid. Unfortunately, they took me to the wrong clinic. I arrived there for 30 p.m. and until 6 p.m. I didn't receive any care. The pain was so much, I couldn't sit down, get up or lie down. I became paralyzed by pain. Finally, I had an ultrasound, but the radiologist had to cut my throat with scissors to make it because the pain was intense. There were no doctor on duty, and it is via WhatsApp that we send my X-ray to one of the doctors. During all this time, I didn't receive any medication, and my arm was swelling because the bone was broken. My arm was hanging and detached. Later on, they only gave me a painkiller to calm the pain. I stayed like that until the next day at 7 p.m. without help. I insisted that they give me a shoe bandage to make it tight. After that, I asked to leave the clinic. Before releasing me, they prescribed me medication. Strangely, none of the medication were available. That night, I had to sleep without painkillers. It was the longest night of my life. I couldn't sleep all the night. I was in so much pain that I thought I was going to die. The morning, we went to the clinic the company was suggested. When we arrived there, the traumatologist saw my bandage and he said, "Who did this kind of work?" He had to cut some parts to reduce the pain. After all necessary examination, the next day I had a surgery. The operation lasted 9 hours. Thank God, it was a success. And 2 days later, I was released. As I was living alone at that time, so my mother sent me a cousin to help me. When she arrived, she didn't do anything, just eat and sleep. I assure you that the day after my release from the hospital, I was already in the chicken, despite my condition. I had to do anything alone, even though I couldn't. 5 days later, I went to the hospital for dressings and returned home around 9:30 p.m. because of the traffic. She didn't cook and I had so hungry. I went into. Unfortunately, the hot oil spilled on my feet and burned my legs. It was horrible. The next morning, I went to the pharmacy to buy the medicine. When the cashier asked me what I wanted, I left my dress. She cried, "What is it? What is that?" I was to be strong these events, but I want to be strong this event, but then I broke down and started crying. She told me, "Don't cry," and continues to pray, "God believe you." After the accident, I fired my cousin, hired a cleaning girl to help me from the daily shore. Slowly, I able to recover. It took me 7 months of sick leave before I could return to work. In 1993, I underwent a second operation to remove the iron from my arm. By the grace of God, they are doing wonderful. I have a few scars, but nothing serious or bothersome. As a morality, I can say that we must remove strong whatever is trial we go through, because no trial is eternal. And after the rain comes the good weather. Thank you.